Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today on my video I wish to discuss a little bit about cooking implements, washing and just general efficiency. Now in this lifestyle there is a certain amount of you have to get used to you have to get comfortable with the idea that you're possibly not going to get a shower every day, and not saying that you're dirty or in the way that you're unhygienic, but the idea of having water cascade down over you to clean every single part of your body is maybe something that you have to just reserve for every other day, or jumping in the ocean, or anything like that. When I first started, I was this lifestyle. I actually had this method of actually kind of getting this huge a sponge and just dripping the water down on top of me in special bathroom stalls that have these little plug hole things in the middle for whatever reason. And I know this. I think you can still stay pretty clean, but you have to kind of let go of that. You have to be not let go, but be comfortable with the fact that the daily 2 showers a day or 1 shower a day is not going to be something that you'll get all the time. Plus, the other thing that I was having to change my way of thinking of is cooking. Now, presently, I tend to use the facilities at parks and various other things, other places, recreational places where you have access to free barbecues. Now, they're quite accessible to everyone, but there's the thing of having to clean them beforehand, and I mean, I always am quite clean. I always clean them beforehand and clean them afterwards, but sometimes you'll come into contact with or having to use pretty dirty barbecues and hot plates and things like that. And the camping gas setup that I have at the moment with the gas bottle seems rather inefficient. It's something that I've not really used particularly very much. I have a gas canister, and I also have the camping stove. Now, aside from the worries of carbon monoxide buildup in a small area, which is always a possibility of using those things on the inside of very, very small confines, I thought I might actually just go with the idea of possibly using one of those sandwich makers, more the hot plate assimilations of those things, where I could then cook eggs and various other things. I'm not much of a sandwich guy. I try and avoid bread if I can, but the idea of just being able to have that, and it's pretty small. It's not as large as one of those electric wok things that you also get, and the idea of actually just using this and you always there's one thing about actually living in these confined spaces is you keep these things for as long as possible. But if you're not using them, it's possibly the way you should actually use the same method you should use in the house. If it doesn't bring any purpose to your life, if it's just taking up space, then you really have to get rid of it. In a house, it's things up in the attic and various other things that just take up garage space and various things like that. But really, just to sell it and just to make your life super efficient, which is something that I'm trying to do in the small confines of a van. Obviously, it becomes rather noticeable if something's taking a lot of space, or even just a little bit of space. I mean, everything in the van or camper or whatever kind of way you actually choose to live sometimes has to have a double purpose, if not a single useful one. And if it's really just taking up space and not providing a purpose in your life, then you really have to get rid of it. So I think the gas bottle plus the actual cooking stove may have to go in and replace it with something slightly more efficient. It's something I can run off the inverters, I believe. I'll have to see if it actually works off those, but It's a fairly small drawer thing, so I don't think it would be a problem. But anyway, so being the practical person that I am, I'm trying to make it a little more streamlined.